as St. Martin, our people, we have to work together, so moving forward.
You just need to get back to basics, and from there you could see everything.
Do not settle for less in life. And entrepreneurship is the best way to go. Working for yourself, 2 thumbs up. A wonderful good afternoon to my amazing St. Martin family and our SOS family all around the world. Welcome to your program, Strictly Business. I'm your host, Mr. Brian Barry. So call up a friend and tell him, listen, it's 12 o'clock until 12:30 p.m. on SOS Radio 95.9 FM. Remember to tune in to Strictly Business for another interesting program. Of course, before we get started, we'd like to shout out to all our sponsors that we have that make this program possible. If you're looking to do some great grocery shopping today or during the week, go and visit the #1 supermarket. That's Aki Supermarket, right there on the Illich Road for all your grocery shopping needs today. And for the ladies as well, for the men, as also the children, if you're looking for that fresh haircut during the week, you can go and visit the Los Mejores Barbershop. They're located right there on the Illich Road as well for that fresh haircut. And if you need some entertainment, you want some great movies to watch, you got to go visit the Video Block DVD store right there in French Quarter. From Monday to Saturday, they open from 5:30 p.m. until 10 p.m. Get all the latest movies on DVD, even on USB, even on your hard drive, or get them loaded on your smartphone. We have an amazing deal. You can get 30 movies loaded on your USB for only $30. Just plug it into your smart TV and you're good to go. If you're thinking movies, think the Video Block. And if you want some delicious barbecue food, we got Jerky's. Jerky's Tiki Hut right down the Illich Road for some great tasting barbecue chicken and ribs. We also got Jerky's Tiki Hut next to the Plaza Casino as well. And also we got Caribbean Jerky's, that's over the hill right across from the Megaplex Theaters. And not forgetting we got Fat Boy Jimmy right down the Pondfield for some great tasting barbecue food. We also like to thank our water and electricity company, GEBE. Thank you for your continued support. Also J&J Properties, if you're looking for apartments or commercial spaces, give them a call at 588-1216. That is J&J Properties. Give them a call at 588-1216. And then for all your electronic needs that you want to buy that flat screen TV, that home entertainment system, you got to go and visit the Bold Chance Electronics Store located right there on Front Street. Bold Chance, thank you for your continued support. Also for some great tasting food, we got Stasha's restaurant next to Aki Supermarket. Give them a call today at 550-9108 or 524-9834. That is Stasha's Restaurant. 550-9108 or 524-9834. Thank you to all our amazing sponsors. Thank you so much. St. Martin people, how you doing? Another wonderful good afternoon. Let me take this time to just shout out to Rolex Jr. who couldn't make it this afternoon. Also, of course, Rolex Senior, who's always tuned in right in Curacao. A blessed day to you all and your family. Hope you're having a wonderful day. And St. Martin people, good afternoon to you as well. Wherever you're listening, call up a friend, tell them, listen, Strictly Business is on. If they don't know, now they know. Tune in every Sunday. Also, you could find all our videos on our YouTube page. Just go on YouTube, Google Strictly Business, Brian Barry. And you will find all our videos. We post them up from every single program. So you can't miss a program, So whether on Sundays, you miss a program, whether you were busy or you were in church or whatever you were doing, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, so you could always find our videos. Today's program is going to be very interesting and a very important topic. It's an article I actually saw in the newspaper on October the 2nd of this year. In the section, we always look at what's going on in St. Martin, the St. Martin news and whatnot, but there's also sections in the paper, the Daily Herald, you will find about the U.S. and the world. That section, I saw an article that actually got my attention. And it's amazing to see how the U.S., a big country as it's very good to see that they always have statistics. They keep statistics on every single thing. And for us as a country, St. Martin, I wonder, who's keeping track of our statistics here? I know when it comes to road accidents in a year, you know, we keep track of that, how many accidents, how many fatal accidents we had, whether it's on the Dutch side or the French side. But you know, there's more pressing issues as well that I'm sure that we're not keeping track of, or we don't have any record or any statistics about that. And today's topic is going to be a heavy topic. And we're going to look at sexual violence in the United States. Okay, so sexual violence in the United States. I'm not sure if everybody saw this article that was in the paper, but it actually got my attention. You know, because the numbers are really ridiculous. Let's look at it. It says 1 in 6 women in the United States and 1 in 33 men will be the victim of an attempted or actual rape at some point in their lives, while 1 in 3 women will experience some form of sexual violence. Now, 1 American is sexually assaulted every 98 seconds. Can you believe that? One American is sexually assaulted every 98 seconds. Now that's crazy. Every 8 minutes, that victim is a child. Every 8 minutes, that victim is a child. And 1 in 5 girls and 1 in 20 boys will become victims of child sexual abuse. Now let's look at the percentage here with the child victims. You got victims from sexual assault and rape aged 12 to 17, 66%. So the children victims ages 12 to 17 are 66%. And the victims under age 12 is 34%. So out of 100%, you got 34% is age 12 and 66% is ages 12 to 17. Now, people victimized each year. 2 in 3 sexual assaults go unreported. So that's a big percentage. 2 in 3 sexual assaults go unreported. And let's look at the graph. They have a graph here as well. We have a total general public. Let's look at this figure. 321,500. Now, the total Justice Department estimates the total is 481,000. This is the whole graph. 481,000 people. Now, from this percentage here, you have the ages, children under 12 that are sexually assaulted, 60,000. Wow, that figure just jumps out at me. 60,000 children under 12. And now you have the ages, from ages 12, between 12 and 17, you have 116,400. So ages 12 to 17, 116,400. And you have ages 18, between 18 and 34, you have 173,600. That's ages 18 to 34, 173,600. And ages 35 and older, we have 31,500. So ages 35 and older, 31,500. And let's see what else we have. We have in the military, unwanted sexual contact. In the military, we have 18,900. That's in the military, unwanted sexual contact, 18,900. And now we have also in the prison sexual assaults or rapes, we have 80,600. So in the prison sexual assaults or rapes, we have 80,600. So let's look at the graph. If I'm looking at the graph, the biggest percentage of sexual assault is between the ages 18 and 34. 18 and 34, which is the biggest, we have 173,600. And second to that is ages 12 to 17, which is 116,400. And then third to that is in the prison. which is 80,600. Now, we also has a statistics here that says campus sexual assault. So on whether you're your child, students that go to school and college, we have up to 25% of women and 15% of men are victims of forced sex during their time in college. So campus sexual assault, up to 25% of women and 15% of men are victims of forced sex during their time in college. So these are the figures. This is the graph that I saw here. You know, if you have the old newspaper, you can go back and check it out yourself. October the 2nd, 2018, that's this month. It was the section, the US and the world. So that's sexual violence in the United States. Now, it brings us to think, if that's going on in the US, and some of you can see are unreported, what do you think is happening here on our small island, our small country called St. Martin? Especially now that we're looking at after Hurricane Irma, because people are more in dire need. So you can imagine, I believe the conditions have even worsened, because now you have people out of jobs, people nowhere to sleep, no homes. So they tend to have a need for that protection. And then you got the praise out there who are offering that protection, but for a payment. And majority of the time, the people who need that type of protection, they don't have any funds. So they tend to turn to now pay with their bodies, and they have no choice. You have women ages 12 and over, 13, 14, 15, young adults that are prostituting themselves for money. That's happening right here in St. Martin. You know, and I know we don't have any big statistics, nobody's keeping track of, most of it is unreported. You know, so I can imagine the rampant sexual assaults that are happening. So as you can see now, this plays an even bigger role for the fathers out there. The fathers now, you know, you have a bigger role to take care of your family, to watch over not only your daughters anymore. You know, back then it was just about, you know, the girls being sexually assaulted. But nowadays, even the young boys you have to look out for. So now we have to keep a keen eye on, you know, where are you leaving your children? Who's looking after your children? Know their background. You know, sometimes we think they're safe with a family member. They're safe with the cousin. They're safe with the uncle. They're safe with the aunt. But no one's safe anymore. You understand? It's scary. We are living in some scary, scary times. No one is safe anymore. You know? So parents and fathers especially, you play a big, big role in protecting your family. Protecting your sons, your daughters, protecting your wives. You know, be in their lives. Be involved. Know what's going on. Your children that are going to school, know where they are. Know what time they're reaching home. Very, very important. It's not necessarily keeping tabs or keeping track, but we have to know what's going on. You know, in St. Martin, both parents are working 9 to 5. Some are working 2 jobs. Who's looking after your children? You know, when they come from school, majority of them, they catch the school bus and then they have to walk a certain distance to reach home. Are they reaching home safe? Are they calling you and saying, Mom, Dad, I'm home, I'm in the house? You know, it's very, very important. These are some trying times that we have to keep tabs on our family. We have to keep track of who's next door, what's going on, who's in the neighborhood. You know, that strange car that's around, that strange person who you don't know in the neighborhood. Because nowadays, we brag to say we have so many nationalities here. But these are the times that you don't know who's who. You know, in little communities, I grew up in French Quarter. I could remember knowing each and every person. You know, with hail you, good morning, good afternoon. You're seeing faces, you're seeing familiar faces, you know people. You know, and anybody who in the neighborhood who doesn't belong, they stand out immediately because they're strange. A strange guy comes in the neighborhood, who's that? Who he belongs to? Where he's from. But nowadays there's so many strangers among us. Everybody's minding their own business. We're not keeping track of who's who. So now even more importantly to keep an eye on your family, keep an eye on your children, and know what's going on, know where they are, especially know who their friends are. You know, if they have friends, you need to know who their friends are. And seeing that everybody has a cellular nowadays, it's important to have their friends' phone number as well. So if they're missing, or you know who's the first person to call to see if they're there. You know, they have contact, they solve your child or your family member. These are times that you have to keep your eyes, your ears, everything open. Who to trust. You know, because it's sad sometimes you have uncles that take advantage of niece or nephews. It's crazy. It happens. It happens. We shake our head and we can't believe it. But there's predators out there. For whatever reason they do what they do. Who knows? You know? Very, very important. Keep an eye on your family. Watch over your children. Protect them. Fathers nowadays, they're distant from their family. They think providing and just giving money, that's the main thing. But it's not. Give that love. Give that compassion. Give that understanding. Train them. Teach them what to look out for. You know? And most importantly, you need to have that open dialogue with your sons and your daughters to sit down and talk about taboo subjects. Nothing nowadays should be taboo. You should be able to sit down with your son or sit down with your daughter and discuss any particular matter. What are their feelings? What are their emotions? What are they going through? You know, whether they're 12, 13, 14, 15, young adults, it doesn't matter. If they're living with you and they're living under your roof, you know, you should have that type of conversation with them. Let them feel and let them feel comfortable that they could come to mommy and daddy and talk about anything. You know? And don't feel that, oh, they know they can. No, let them know they can. Reinforce that topic with them. Sit down with them, talk to them. Most importantly, show them that genuine love. You know, even I feel like fathers sometimes, we don't tell our sons, listen, out of the blue, I love you. You know, I love you. You could come to me, tell me anything, I love you. Because we feel, oh, that's my son or that's my daughter. They should know that. But they need to hear it. They still need to hear it. They need to hear from that masculine figure in a family. You know, son, come here. Just out of the blue. I love you. He might say, but daddy, what's wrong with you? He said, nothing. Are you sick? No. I just want to confirm and for you to know that any problem that you have, anything that you're going through, I want to be the first person that hears about it. I want to be the first person that knows about it. Then I could do something, be responsible and do something about it. Love your children, love your family. Don't be scared to tell them that. You know, because a lot of teenagers are growing up and they tend to find love and think they find love outside of the home circle. Because mommy is too busy, daddy is too busy. All they care about is me getting good grades. They could care less about how I feel, about what I want. Sit down with them and find out what they want. Sit down and find out what are their concerns. You know we have rampant bullying out there and all kind of stuff. But we need to have a firm grip, a firm hand on it of what's going on. First hand as the parents. First hand. Not when it's too late. It already happened. The neighbor come to you and tell you, yeah, but this has been going on months, weeks. And only now the parent knows about it because it escalated that such and such was going on in the neighborhood or wherever, in the classroom or in school. We need to be more responsible because as you can see, there's statistics out there in the US, grave numbers of what's happening to our society. Ages 18 and 34, ages 12 and 17, children under 12, ages 35 and older. When I think about 35 and older, you say, but how is that possible? You know, these people are grown adults. They're supposed to have a grasp on life. How can somebody be sexually assaulted? But it happens. Whether it's on the job, it happens on the job. You know, because lack of the right supervisor taking advantage of them or the manager taking advantage of them, thinking that they're going to get a promotion if they do X, Y, Z for the money, for the love of money. And why do they need the money? Because they want to take care of their family. They feel vulnerable. And imagine here in St. Martin where you have a lot of immigrants who maybe they don't have the papers in order, their papers, they're waiting for this and they're waiting for that, that maybe their bosses are taking advantage of them for lack of having papers. You know, many women that I know, you see them, they work in supermarkets, or they work packing the shelves, or they do something, and they don't have legal status, but they need an income. And they would pray that they have a decent employer that doesn't take advantage of them. You understand? And then we have the situation with tenants, I could imagine as well. Tenants, they women, single mothers, the father is not around, and they have to come up with rent. That's happening here. They have to come up with rent, and when the landlord comes knocking on the door and there's no money, and the landlord is a male figure, and he wants his money, what do you think happens? What do you think happens in order to keep a roof over their head and their children's head? They lean towards violating themselves, giving up their bodies because they can't pay rent. We see so many single mothers, and we wonder how are they making it? How are they surviving? How? Kudos to the ones that are doing what they have to do and don't lean towards that are working, taking care of their children, have a responsible adult or someone watching them, and making their money wisely, not prostituting their bodies. You know? But what about the ones who say they don't have a choice? What do you want them to do? When they lean towards family members turn the shoulder because they themselves don't have the finances to support their household. How are they supposed to help someone else support another household? When we have men out there, again now, we have men out there who have 3-4 women, and they have 3-4 households to be supporting. And why do the women condone it? Because again, financial support. Sometimes maybe they don't have any feelings for the gentleman anymore. But because of that financial contribution, and they have children, and the children need to eat, they lean towards doing what they don't want to do. So the society that we have here, you know, glitz and glamour, but a lot is happening behind closed doors, people. And we need to talk about that. We need to find out what's going on. We need statistics. We need to know how is St. Martin flourishing, or how is St. Martin doing? What's going on? What's going on with our people? You know, everybody, sometimes we see social media. A lot of people are fronting on social media. A lot of people are smiling. They do this, they do that. Remember, a picture speaks 1,000 words, but that's a picture. What's happening in the background? How's that person feeling on the inside? What's going on with them? They see other people happy, so they pretend to be happy as well. They show that face. But what is really going on with them? Do we have enough social workers here in St. Martin to be sitting down with people to find out, you know, the cause, the root of the matter, of people who are suffering, of people who are prostituting themselves? And we may think again that it's mostly the women. But in the society that we live today, the men as well are doing it. But when we talk about homosexuals, the men as well are doing it. Or the undercover brothers, the undercover guys, for that money, for that car, for that fancy phone, for that whatever. You know, I can remember going to school and hearing the rumors and seeing what's going on. You can't believe it. You imagine yourself, no, I can't believe that. Not he. Undercover brothers. They may sleep with an older man or whoever to get that money because they want to be the in thing. They want the latest Jordans. They want the latest shoes. Fathers, again, watch out for your children. Watch out for them. It's ridiculous. When they have things that you didn't give them, we need to know where they get it from. It's not okay for your son to have the latest iPhone or the latest Samsung, or your daughter to have it, and you personally, as a parent, did not buy it for them. Give it back. Where you get it from? What are the conditions? What are the strings attached? Who gave it to you? People believe they prostitute themselves for so many different things because it's easy. You speak to some women and then they say they sleep with X amount because it's easy. Everybody doing it, why they can't do it? Why they can't get something out of it? The society we live in today. Not God-fearing people. So that's what's happening. That's why the rampant stuff is happening here on St. Martin, our little country, our little island, our little New York City that we have here that we are so proud of. Our little unique paradise. Because parents and people who need to be responsible are not being responsible. They're neglecting their children, they're neglecting their family. And here comes this other person smiling with a handout, offering a roof over their head, offering condolence, offering to make things better for a price. Ask yourself, what is that price that they're willing to pay? Abusing their body. Giving. Mothers again out there doing so many things, and the children, they don't understand. But mommy's doing it because mommy wants to take care of you and mommy wants you to survive. And then it's a shame that it happens in a circle effect when later on the parents seeing their children going down that same road and that they don't want them to go down. The mistakes that they make, that what they had to do, sacrifice their bodies and whatnot to take care of them, they see their daughters ending up going down that same road. You understand? It's ridiculous. So parents, I plead with you, be careful, look out for your family. Fathers, love your sons, love your daughters, look out for them. Don't be ashamed to sit with them, speak with them, tell them that you love them out of the blue. St. Martin, we need to look out for each other, take care of each other. You understand? Don't wait for the neighbor to tell you, you need to know advance. Alright, that's our time for today. Strictly Business. I'm your host, Mr. Brian Barry. Remember, St. Martin, life is all about choices. So be careful who you choose and what you choose because time waits on no one. Till next time, Strictly Business.